Hey guys, good morning. This is Rob Crandall with Watertime Outfitters. Just want to touch base, say hello. We just got back from this week down on the lower Deschutes River where we've had our Steelhead jet boat camp, and we've been down there chasing steelhead. This year, run size numbers seem to be a little bit better. It's been up and down and kind of like off the charts, you know, for 10-year average, even better than the 10-year average, and then down in the dumps for a few days. So the numbers have been gyrating off the charts up and down. So we're really not sure exactly where we're going to end up this year for steelhead run total size, but so far there's some decent numbers in the river. We've been fishing the lower Deschutes. This is prime time for steelhead fishing. This is some of the best fishing of the year, and really one of those times that you kind of look forward to and really cherish this time of year because the water's warm, the weather's decent. September is just a wonderful month on the Deschutes. We fish the Deschutes. The steelhead fishing kind of starts in July and goes all the way through into November most years. But just want to give you a couple tips on some things that we've been doing. So first thing in the morning and in the evening when the shade is on the water, that's when we're using a floating line. We use like Scandi style lines or a Rage compact line that is kind of in between a Scandi or a Skagit line. And floating lines, tapered leader, about 9 foot tapered leader down to about 12-pound test. A very simple setup, fairly easy to cast. We're casting flies that, your classic green butt skunk style flies. I like something like this here. It's got a black body, green butt or chartreuse butt, and show up well in the water in those low light periods. Another one that's a really simple pattern that have done really well with recently. This is an old classic for me. It's a silver tag on the back end there, a hot pink butt, purple body. It's similar to a streetwalker pattern. Flash wing and purple hackle up front. So tie those on, 9 foot tapered leader, floating line, cast swing step through the run. Throw your line out at a 45-degree angle and swing it across, and the grabs are usually pretty exciting. Now, once the sun hits the water, we switch up to subsurface patterns, and for those, we tend to use like a Skagit line, a 10-foot tapered leader, or Skagit, a Skagit line and a 10-foot sink tip. So most often we're using a 10-foot T11, sometimes a 7.5, 2.5 tip, like a Mo tip, 7.5 feet of T11, 2.5 feet of intermediate works well. And for that time of day, we're using bigger flies. So flies like this one here, this is the unweighted Devil's Candy, or just the weighted pattern. That works really well, and this one's a little beat up. It's been chewed on a few times, but it's got a little mix of flash. It's got the dark profile, so it shows up midday in that sunny blue sky that we usually have on the Deschutes, and those fish seem to really like it. We also use patterns like the Provider, the Wedding Dress. Those work really well. Again, we're using those with a 10-foot sink tip, a Skagit line to help them cast. They cut through the wind really well. A short leader, and for that I'm using about a 12-pound Seagar. This is a 12-pound fluorocarbon line. Works really well. I've had good success with that. Tie those flies on, the big flies, tie those on with a fixed loop knot, like the Lefty's loop knot. That allows the fly to have a little more animation and movement in the water. So something to think about when you're fishing those. This time of year, the weather's been hot over there. It was around 100 degrees most days this past week. So a sun shirt, shorts under your waders. Something a lot of guys forget is, maybe even a lighter pair of socks instead of those thick, heavy wool socks that maybe you're used to using. on the river, that, you know, for your wading. That can be helpful, keep you cool, and stay hydrated, drink lots. You might also want, you know, for your water bottle, our new Steelhead Dreams decal. A couple of the decals we're doing. You can find Tug is the Drug and our Fish Camp Relax. Those and our shirts, as well as our flies on our website, watertimeoutfitters.com. Hope you guys are having a great day and good luck out there on the water. Bye for now.